Hello everyone, and I'd like to show you the last chess game between Jacques and Emanuel Lasker. This is game number 8. And the first player to score the 5th win was going to be victorious. So Emanuel Lasker, at this point of the match, he was leading with 4 points, with 4-0. And let's see what happened in this chess game. I believe this chess game was also pretty interesting. So Jacques has the white pieces this time, and Emanuel Lasker has the black pieces. Mieses starts the game with pushing the e-pawn e5, knight to c3, and we have the Vienna game, knight to f6, g3, d5. E takes on d5, knight takes on d5, bishop to g2, knight takes on c3, b takes on c3, c6, d4. Okay, so we can see that Emanuel Lasker damaged the pawn structure of Mieses. Mieses is pushing the pawn, e takes on d4 and queen takes on d4, hoping to exchange the queens. Bishop to e7 and knight to e2, castling. Bishop to f6, queen to d3, queen to a5. And already white is looking first, so Emanuel Lasker is targeting the c-pawn, and defending the c-pawn is not so easy, so we have bishop to e4, rook to d8, and the queen is under attack. Stepping aside was the better move, something like queen to e3 was the better move, but if you watch the critical games of this match, Emanuel Lasker was playing his moves like a chess computer without making not so much errors actually. He was playing like extremely accurately. So maybe because of that, Mieses was simply exhausted psychologically and physically and mentally. And in this position, Mieses made a blunder. Well, he captured the pawn. Bishop takes on h7. An incredible blunder. But in this position, queen to e3 was the better move. Stepping aside, defending the queen. But still, I think black is better, especially after developing the pieces, so white has the damaged pawn structure. But in this position, bishop takes on h7 was played, checking the king, and this was a horrible blunder. I repeat, this was a horrible blunder. We have king to h8, and where is the bishop going? The queen is under attack as well. Mieses is defending the queen, and at the same time, he is defending the bishop. But now, queen to h5 by Lasker. Incredible. So maybe Mieses had a hallucination attack and he didn't see that there was this bishop guarding the light square. So bishop to f5 is not possible because of the bishop on c8. So Jacques realized that he is going to lose the bishop, so he played queen to c4 and giving up the bishop, but he captured the pawn. So Mieses has 2 pawns for the piece, but that is not a real compensation. Knight to d7, f4, rook to f8, queen to c4, knight to b6, defending the queen, and bang by Emanuel Lasker, invading the very important light square. Also Mieses is having problems from the light squares, rook to f2, and now bang. Not just invading the light square, but also the open file, getting the control of the important d file. So we have bishop to e3, rook to d5, attacking the queen, defending, and now bang, doubling the rooks. Every move of Lasker is a threat, and now he is threatening to play rook to d1. Bishop to d4, closing the door, but this is not closing anything. Lasker pushed the pawn, attacking the bishop, so bishop takes on f6. Well, Lasker didn't even capture the bishop, he is getting in. Rook to d1, check. Rook to f1, blocking. But Lasker didn't even capture the rook with the bishop, he played queen to e4, and now he is threatening checkmate, and there is no sensible defense in this position. Jacques resigned. What a horrible blunder by Mieses. One of the worst blunders that I have ever seen at a top-level chess competition. So also, Bobby Fischer made a similar blunder against Boris Spassky in the World Chess Championship match. So this was interesting, but as I said, maybe Mieses was simply exhausted. So chess is also a psychological game, and it could it could be brutal physically. So against Lasker, dealing with constant threats all the time was not so easy. Lasker was incredible, so he defeated his opponent 5-0. It was a dominating score by Lasker, and it was actually, Mieses was actually one of the strongest opponents of Lasker that he has ever faced at that time period so far. So Mieses was one of the first serious tests for Emanuel Lasker. So let me show you the possible continuation, how to defend the checkmate threat. So if capturing the rook, then queen to g2 checkmate, let's say king to f2 check, king to e3 and knight to c4 or knight to d5 checkmate. And white is getting checkmated. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more beautiful chess games from the chess history. So take care, stay safe, and bye bye.